Hi guys, it's Nika, and first off I want to say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, or in my language, veselé Vánoce a krásné svátky. It is December 24th. I hope you are having a good time. I hope that everything is alright, that your Christmas preparations are going well. And if you're having some struggles, if your Christmas is not going very well, take these 20 minutes with me, with my little Christmas video. Just sit down, relax, and for these 20 minutes, try to forget that something is going wrong. And I hope that maybe after these 20 minutes, things will be better. I'm trying to be supportive here. I'm trying to be like very nice and comforting and whatnot, but I'm not very good at that, so please just enjoy this video, enjoy my ramblings, and I hope your Christmas is going well or will be going well. And yeah, I'm actually recording this a week and something. Hold on, let me do the math. It's 16th December, it's Friday, and the Christmas days. Okay, so 8 days before the Christmas day, or I mean, I guess 9 days for a lot of you, because for a lot of you Christmas day is the 25th, right? But in my country, the most important day for most families, for most of the like not religious families, the most important day is the 24th. We call it Štědrý den. It would be translated as generous day or day of generosity, I guess. I think that's a very nice thing to call it. Yeah, we are gonna get our gifts in the evening. We are gonna have a very good Christmas dinner. And yeah, so I am recording this. What I was going to say, I am recording this 80 days before Štědrý den, but I am already completely in Christmas mood. I can't wait for Štědrý den. I love this time of the year so much. I just love it, okay? I could go into this whole rambling about what I love about Christmas. But maybe I should tell you what I'm actually building and why this video is called Jennings Holiday House. So I have this character, her name is Rory Jennings. She is dating my sim from my legacy, his name is Caleb Rose. And yeah, I imagine that the Jennings family, Rory's family, has this cottage. Is it a cottage? I don't know now. They have this holiday house, basically, this little holiday house. And they come there in the summer, they come there for the holidays, right, because it's a holiday house. And in this time of the year, obviously, Rory and Caleb decided to go there for Christmas. So I made it very Christmassy, I put a lot of decorations there, and yeah, I think it's a very cute house. I am very proud of it. I have built a few Christmas themed houses in the past. Last year I built one which had tons of CC. This one is actually CC free. I've recently learned to build without CC again. I thought that would be impossible, but here we are. I know how to do it again, even though I miss my clutter, I miss my plants, I miss my clutter. I said that already. But I started enjoying building without CC again. Obviously, I would like more wallpapers. I would like more. No, I'm actually okay with the flooring options that we already have in the game. But yeah, this is CC free, and I think it turned out pretty well. It has two bathrooms, I think. Yeah, 2 bathrooms and 2 bedrooms. One for the parents, or for Rory and Caleb, and one for a child. And okay, maybe I should actually talk about Rory a bit more. So Rory was actually raised by her aunts, because her parents passed away when she was very little. Actually, I now don't remember. I'm not sure what happened with her dad. I'm not sure if her dad was even in the picture. I genuinely cannot remember right now. but her mom passed away when Rory was very young. She doesn't really remember her, and she was raised by her aunt and her aunt's wife. They had this holiday house, and now that Rory is older, she decided to come there with her boyfriend, and her boyfriend Caleb has a daughter, and the daughter is staying, or she's gonna have the child's bedroom, which is where Rory used to stay when she was little, right? But now she's older and she has a boyfriend, so they needed a double bed, if you know what I mean. No, you know, all these dirty things aside, I mean, it just makes sense that the child would get her own bedroom, right? And the adult would get their own bedroom too. Speaking of the child, Caleb's daughter is called Miracle, and it's actually her birthday today. I mean, not exactly. In my game, she was actually born at the end of January 2017. I think I've had these Sims for a very long time. Yeah, 2017, I think. But in the game, they are originally from my Sims 3 legacy, and in the game, in the Sims 3, she was born on, what's it called in the Sims 3? The Snowflake Day, which I basically treat as our Щедрий день or Christmas Day. So I decided, usually I match it, like I have these Sims that were born in October, so I don't care about the in-game season. Their birthday I kinda celebrated in October. But with Miracle, yes, she was born in real time in January, but I like to think that she's actually a December baby, that she's actually a Christmas baby. So not only it's Christmas, it's also her birthday, and maybe I should talk about why her name is Miracle. Well, this is one of my most favorite things that have ever happened to me in The Sims 3. So her dad, Caleb, he was in a relationship with this woman. Her name was Angel, and they were married, and they really wanted to have children together, but then it turned out that actually Caleb couldn't have children, and you know, all this, they were trying so hard and they were frustrated, and it sort of came down to when he learned that he's not able to have kids, and he realized that his wife really wants to have kids and she wants her biological kids. He realized, or he felt like he is kinda, if they stay married, he's kinda keeping her caged, he's keeping her away from her dream, I don't know, something like that. And he felt really bad that because of him they will never have children, right? So they broke up, they got a divorce, he insisted on it, he didn't want to be with her anymore. I guess he wanted to be with her, but he wanted her to be happy, and he figured out that if she finds someone else, someone who will be able to have children, she will be happy. So he insisted on divorce. They got divorced. He was pretty depressed after that. And then he actually, you know, months passed and he started finding joys in things again, and he found a new hobby, and that was stargazing. And if you've ever played The Sims 3, you know that if your Sim stargazes a lot, he might get a visit from some creatures that are not from the earth. What I'm trying to say, yes, Caleb was indeed abducted by aliens, and he got a little gift from them. So that's kind of why his little alien daughter is called Miracle, because he never expected to have children of his own. I guess he kinda thought that maybe once he gets better, once he gets over the depression and all that, I think he kinda was going to adopt. But then a miracle happened and he got a daughter from outer space, and Miracle she is so sweet. I love her so much, even like to this day. Actually, back in my Sims 3 legacy, when I still played the Rose legacy, it's over now. Caleb is a Gen 4 Sim, and he has a brother. I'm gonna say brother, it's not quite, not exactly. His brother is non-binary, but he's okay with all kinds of terms. And actually, when it comes to family terms, he's just a brother. Off topic. I'm rambling again, but Caleb has a brother. His name is Tyler. Yes, it's the same whose name I have in my internet username. So yeah, Tyler was the heir for my Gen 4. Caleb was not, but I just kinda kept him around. I had this idea of giving every Gen 4 sibling their own little storyline, and Caleb's little storyline. I don't know why I did this at 17. I don't know what I was thinking, but Caleb's little storyline was basically this. Like, he finds out he can't have kids and he gets a divorce, he breaks up with his wife, and then the aliens abducted him and he had a daughter. And my Gen 5 heir was supposed to be Tyler's daughter. Her name is James, and I really wanted James to be the heir, but then Miracle came around and I was like, oh my god, she's so cute. I want her to be the Gen 5 heir instead of James. So I kept Caleb around and I said, you know what? He's the heir too, alongside Tyler, and then Miracle became the heir for Gen 5, and I continued the legacy from her. Well, I didn't really continue, then Miracle had a daughter named Regan, and I kinda ended the legacy with Regan, because it literally took me 3 years to get Regan to have a child. Regan's daughter, by the way, is called Addie, and yeah, by the time I got to Addie, I felt like my heart wasn't really in it, because the way I fell in love with the Gen 4 Sims and some of the Gen 5 Sims, it was kind of a golden era of that legacy. And I just didn't really see a point in continuing with Addie and, you know, adding more generations to the family when my mind always was coming back to Caleb, to Tyler, Bianca, Zoe, and everyone. It's nice that I mentioned Zoe alongside her older siblings, because Zoe's kind of the forgotten sibling. I'm very sorry, Zoe. I mean, she is literally the forgotten sibling. Her storyline was basically that she was seeded into the Sims 4 universe, and everybody in her original world, in the Sims 3 world, everybody forgot about her. Yeah, so she's literally a forgotten sibling. She's living up to her storyline. But also, if I brought her among my main characters, I would have to bring up her boyfriend too, and I already have 7 main characters, so that would be 9 main characters, and they would probably be left behind all the time anyway, so forgotten sibling it is, I guess. Does it make sense? Or I don't know, I always go on these rambles and then I don't know how I started it or what was even my point. So I'm sorry, but I really enjoyed this ramble about my old Sims. I talk about them a lot on like Tumblr and on Twitter, but it's different getting to actually talk about them out loud. I don't think I've ever talked about them this much, and I really enjoy it. I will probably have to make more videos that are inspired by them, so that I have an excuse to talk about them more. Yeah, I love talking about them. At this point they are like my mind babies. That sounds weird, but yeah, I've had the Rose triplets, Caleb, Tyler, and Bianca. I have had them for 6 years. They were born in October in my game. Then same with Sharon, who is Tyler's girlfriend or wife. I also made her in October 2016. Then we have Rory, but actually Rachel. This year I decided I wasn't really vibing with Rachel's design anymore, and I decided to replace her with Rory. It's basically the same character, but she just looks different. But the original Rory, aka Rachel Jennings, I made her in February 2017. And then there are not really any notable characters, but March 2018, the man, the myth, the legend. In March 2018, I started playing my Not So Berry challenge, and a week after I started, my sim Ross was born. And I assume all of you who are still watching at this point, all of you know him from my Tumblr, from my Twitter, from Instagram. And Yeah, I mean, what can I say about Ross, right? Like he's an icon. Sometimes I feel like, because I wasn't always Nika Tyler on the internet. I had another username before, but in 2021 I decided to rebrand, I guess. And sometimes I feel like I should have called myself Nika Ross, because Ross is an icon. Like, I would love for Tyler to be like the mascot of my internet persona, I guess, or something like that. But really, I think most people associate me with this stupid red-haired vampire. So yeah, Ross came in 2018. Obviously with Ross came Caleb, not my character, it's the vampire Caleb, the one we all know from the Vampires game pack. He's like, he's mine. Stay away from him, he's mine. No, of course you can do whatever with Caleb, but I'm very protective of him. And when I see someone use him in their stories and he's very different from my Caleb Votor, it's weird. I know you can do anything with him, but I feel like, what are you doing to him? Caleb would never do that. Okay, I'm rambling. And then the latest addition to my main OC group was Kallias, Kallias. I decided to pronounce it Kallias. And Kallias was actually supposed to replace Caleb, because as I said, I don't know why, it's kind of stupid, but I get uncomfortable sometimes when I see other people using Caleb Votor. I know it's stupid, but I feel that way, and I decided to battle this feeling and to be like, okay, I'm gonna take Caleb's personality as I created him, and I'm gonna give it to a whole new character. So I tried it. Kallias was born. I made him in April this year, I think, and I really tried to like him with Rose, and they would be cute together, but he's not Caleb, okay? He's just not. Rose and Caleb are a package deal. You can't separate them. So I brought Caleb back, and now Kallias is his own character, and he's oh my god, he's the overdramatic, slutty vampire kind of person, and I love him so much. And I see I have been rambling for a very long time. I will probably have to cut out a lot of things to fit in the video, to fit the whole voiceover in the video, so that I wouldn't just ramble to a black screen. No one wants that. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want me to talk about my OCs more. I mean, I will probably ramble about them more. I don't need your permission. I really don't. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a very nice Christmas, and if you did like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment if you have anything nice to say. Don't forget to subscribe and check out my other social media. Definitely check out my other social media if you want to see more of my characters. I talk about them a lot of time. You can't miss them. Like, if you open my page, here they are. Probably the very first post is probably Ross. I mostly post to him these days. So yeah, I love you guys so much. I hope you have a very Merry Christmas. Enjoy your holidays, and I will see you guys next time. Bye everyone. Merry Christmas. Veselé Vánoce. Bye guys. Bye everyone.